Hi traders, this is Taylor from thetradinganalyst.com. I get a lot of questions about how I draw my support and resistance lines. It's a very basic concept, but a lot of times I see people drawing incorrect support and resistance lines, and I get a lot of questions about where to draw the correct support and resistance lines. So I'm going to do a quick little video to show you guys how I personally draw my support and resistance line and how it works for me. One thing I just want to point out is that while I am doing the 15-minute charts here, these concepts apply to any time frame. You can use the 1-minute time frame, 5-minute, the daily chart, the weekly chart, the hourly chart, and it's all the same. Okay, the concepts are all the same no matter which time frame you use. Okay, so what we're looking for, so I'm going to jump right into the support and resistance right here. And right now, I just want to kind of get you guys to look at this chart and to visualize where you see where do you see the most touches on this chart. And I'll give you a second to kind of just look over it yourself, and then I'm going to draw it and you can see if it matches up with what you were thinking. Okay, so I see a lot of touches right here. Okay, so we've got a lot of touches here. These were the lows of these candles, highs of these candles. See how many touches we're getting right here from the top of the line over here, and then the bottom of the line over here, almost touches it there, here, here, and look at how exact it's getting. Okay, look at how exact it's getting right there. Touches the very top and gets rejected. Right there, touches it and gets rejected. Right here, it tries to break over, but then closes below this resistance line. And that's the next thing that I want to cover is that the candles, when you're using support and resistance line for whatever time frame you're using, the candlestick has to close above or below that support or resistance line. Okay, so many people get faked out during the trading day because they think that this resistance line has broken when in fact it closed below the resistance line. Okay, so whatever time frame you're using, you want to wait for that candlestick to close. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, you're waiting for the 15-minute candle to close above that resistance in order to take that long signal. Okay, so I just want to review again. Look at how many touches we're getting right here. Okay, so many touches. All right, and a great signal to get long is a close over this resistance line. Okay, just like we had right there, and then we closed over it, and then look at what we had on the next candle. We had a retest of that previously broken resistance line, and now it's support, bounced off of that, went up, and then another retest of that once was resistance, now support, and then look at what kind of result we had right here. So especially if you're playing options, you know, this can be a nice little winner for you right there. But this video is about the support and resistance, and I just want to make sure you guys understand this concept. Okay, lot of touches. Okay, and so another thing that goes along with support and resistance is the length of time that a resistance line or a support line has been in place and has been valid, as well as the amount of touches. Okay, so as far as the 15-minute chart, we have 2 full days, okay, of this line being important. Okay, and that's pretty significant for a 15-minute chart. 2 full days where this is resistance and we've gotten rejected. Oh, my apologies. It's actually 3 days, okay, which is even greater. So when it finally breaks to the upside, it's a great signal, okay? So I'm just going to cover another chart just to make sure you guys understand this concept. Okay, so again, I'm going to give you guys a second so you can review this chart and kind of get this level for yourself. This is the 15-minute chart of the S&P 500. Okay, so I see a lot of touches in an area, and it is right around here. Move that line up just a little bit. Okay, so as you can see here, it peaked right here. The 15-minute candle tried to break over it, but ended up closing below it. All right, and then we have a break over this line right here. And we have a retest, a retest, a retest, a retest, and all these times we're bouncing off of this level. Okay, so it's a great long signal. All right, so once you break over it, we have to consider this as support now. All right, and you can use that as a long signal. You can get long every time it touches that line, and you can use it until it doesn't work. So in this case, we had a long signal here where you break over the resistance line, and you can get long here. That's 2 trades, 2 profitable trades. Bounced here, that's 3, 4 profitable trades. And then if you would have taken the trade a 5th time, you would have been out for a loss on a close below there. But as you can see, even on this loser, your loss is very small because look at where it closed, just barely below the line, so you can get out with minimal losses, all right? And now moving on to the short signal. Now that this was support, it was resistance here, and now it's support, 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 and now on this 15-minute candle close below this line, now that's a short signal. And as you can see, we got a nice almost 1-point drop off of just this one signal right there. Okay, so a really great signal, and it's important to realize where these support and resistance lines are. Okay, you want to see a lot of touches, and you want to see a good amount of time that that support or resistance line has been in place. Okay, so the longer that that support or resistance line has been in place, the stronger that support or resistance is, which in turn means that once that strong support or resistance finally breaks, like in this case, that means the signal to go short in the case of this support line being broken is going to be very strong because we've got 1, 2, 3 touches. All right, that's a pretty good signal. So a break of that is significant. All right, that's it for the support and resistance line. I hope you guys enjoyed and were able to learn a thing or two. If you're not a member, go ahead and check us out, www.thetradinganalyst.com. All right, I'll see you guys later.